Thursday morning, here's the book, Technocreep, author Tom Keenan on the couch right here. We are talking privacy, we are talking about the internet, and obviously talking about the crisis we saw yesterday. Tom, thanks for being here. Let's talk about the idea of managing an abundance of information and the dangers surrounding it in times of crisis.
Absolutely. Yesterday there was a Twitter storm in Ottawa. People were tweeting all kinds of things, and some of them were just plain false, like there's a shooter in the Rideau Center. That turned out not to be true. The other thing is that the authorities were pretty worried that maybe people were posting photos and tweeting things that would compromise the operation. So the first thing is, if the authorities say don't tweet about this, please don't do it.
Which is what we saw with the RCMP asking people on Twitter to stand down when it comes to this. But your book is a fascinating look at how technology has changed the way we operate and how privacy is thrown out the window. The major unseen ways technology has changed our lives. What have you seen through your research?
Well, it's in everything. I mean, when you look on Facebook or you look on a product on eBay, you will find moments later an ad comes up on Facebook about that. And that's because you're being tracked. There's actually something called Facebook Exchange where you're sold in a real-time auction. So we're kind of a commodity. And I tell people, be very careful with their photographs. Posting photographs can be dangerous. Thinking in terms even of the crisis now, maybe if you're a soldier, you don't want to be photographed, because this facial recognition technology, somebody could just run that up against your Facebook page, find out where you live. I know when the CF-18s took off from Cold Lake, the journalists were told no shots of the soldiers' faces because you might endanger their families.
Is privacy even possible with the advancements in the technology?
No, I think we have less and less privacy, and the key point of the book is that we don't know what's going on. There are these wheels within wheels, and there's stuff coming down the line. The people who make Chips Ahoy and Oreo cookies have a new technology that tracks you in the store. They call it smart shelves. Little sensors there that look out and they see you're going by. They can figure out if you're male or female, how big you are in body mass size, and maybe you're a really, really good candidate for Oreo cookies. They might offer you a special coupon there.
Well, the monitoring is fascinating because I look at the trend of all these devices and smartphones going towards the wearable technology. All of that data is out there and open to the...
And there's no reason to get rid of that data. The last time you bought a computer, you probably just carried everything from your old computer to your new one. So the reality is you go out there and accumulate that data. So does business. Data never goes away. You post a photo on the internet, even if you take it right down, it's probably been grabbed by somebody.
Being responsible for what we post is so important. Some of the changes we're seeing with transactions, Apple Pay, that's a big one in the news. What's your take on this?
It's going to get hacked. It's just a question of who's going to hack it how. I was at a hacker conference and they showed how cars can be hacked. So remotely, they can open the doors, close the doors, blow the horn, and in some cases even apply the brakes. Nest thermostats. Nest is owned by Google now. A guy showed me how to take over a thermostat. You can control somebody's house. As technology gets into our body, there's the possibility of controlling the internal technology, the implantable insulin pump and things like that. And that's a really scary side of it.
I mean, it gets completely scary because you talk about the idea of password pills and digital tattoos for keeping safety. This is only a taste of what you get in this book. It is called Technocreep. Don, thanks for coming by and shedding some insight on this. I'm very scared at this point.
Be scared, but still use it because it's still good.
Be scared, but be responsible, I think, is a great message with what we put out there.